like numbers.
You look like it.
I'm Morey White.
I'm Bob Nelson.
I'm Tracey White.
I'm Pastor Johnny Leckie, and this is the Compass Conversation Podcast. Welcome, friends. Welcome. We will follow you. You have the name above every name. We will follow you, King Jesus. Oh, sorry.
And we're back.
Back we are.
Welcome back.
Well, it's been an eventful 2 weeks, right? We didn't do the podcast last week, but here we all are, weary but wiser, right?
But wiser.
Maybe not so wise. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody is.
Wiser.
I have a paper that said, well,
Hey, you're wiser.
The paper will be mailed to me in 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm not technically
Wise guy.
wiser, yeah.
Or more, depending on COVID.
A WG degree.
Wise guy degree.
I'm good with that.
You're a wise guy.
Well, but we're celebrating that Bob got a master's degree in philosophy, theology.
Theology with a focus on biblical counseling,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
So
This
we are
is
celebrating.
practicum right here. It's
Right
happening.
here.
You guys,
Maybe we should do a little counseling
That's a big
session
word.
one
I
of
know,
these.
that was big. I'll do it now.
Lean back.
Bob,
Tell me
here's Bob's-
about your mom.
Bob's behalf.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
using a big word. All right, okay, we've lost it again. Okay, so
We'll
why don't
talk
we
about
just
my
start?
mother-in-law. Okay,
We'll
let's
start right here with
Bob.
Bob. How are you doing? Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, doing really well. So I this last week I took off of work and went to Kansas City, Missouri to get my official, well, not documentation yet, I guess, but to go through the graduation ceremony, which was really interesting because they divvied it up into 4 different sessions.
Wow.
So they could make sure everybody's socially distanced and actually get there, because they actually canceled last May, just like everybody else for because of COVID and everything. So it was the May and December graduates, and so yeah, it was really neat. It made my dad cry, which was very
wow.
it was touching.
That's cool.
He was like, "I'm so proud of you."
That's
That's
fantastic.
Finally, I'm proud of you. What? I'm sorry. What? Is that out loud? I'm sorry.
That's kind of mean.
I'm sorry.
This is Bob's life, not your life. Let's talk.
Thank you for backing me up.
Pretty sure he's still waiting for that from Dad.
Just having fun. Because I know your dad.
That's right.
He's been proud of you for a long time.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, he has.
I'm sorry, Bob. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no,
Yeah,
it's
that's
okay.
good.
So it was really awesome. Got to hang with my stepson, his wife, and our 2 granddaughters. So that was
Yeah.
great. And then my dad was with us, so he got to meet them, my granddaughters, for the first time.
Oh, that's
so,
great.
Oh,
so that was a
wow.
lot of fun. We had a great time. It was. I was worried about the 18 hours in the car with him. But it went really well. We kind of. I wouldn't say dodged. We skirted over the top of some of our controversies with each other, So, yeah,
Very good.
yeah, it was great. We had a just wonderful time. So
That's answered prayer, too. You
Yeah.
prayed about those things.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I did not start the timer. I'm sorry.
Huh? Let's go that much longer. All right, so.
And then the other part of that, 10 years at the same job now.
Oh, is that right?
So,
Okay.
Wow,
I didn't know
this
that.
week, so yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, I've been working there for a long time and I'm old.
Yeah, you're not old.
That's true. I'm the youngest guy here. I feel
Wait,
better
10
now.
years at one? Look, I've got 30 years in the Air Force, man.
yeah.
I'm still going.
Yeah,
Just getting started on this stuff. What happened there?
it's just one of those things that most people don't stay particularly long at a job.
Yeah,
so,
no, that's a very cool thing, actually.
That is good.
All right.
so but yeah,
Sorry about that.
everybody's
Sorry
good.
about
Had to refresh.
Life is happy. And now that I'm done with school, taking a very short break. And
Yeah, good. You should.
start into whatever ministry God's calling us to. We're still praying on that, yeah.
Praying on that for sure.
Got some ideas though.
You gotta enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the break. What's wrong?
Yeah, that
It
camera
blinks.
flickers.
I
it's
caught it
still-
out the corner of my eye.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
doing that. It just winks at us.
But at least Schrodinger's mic's not, making us wonder if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
recording or
It's
not.
okay. Yeah, it's better if the video is popping in and out than it is when the sound is popping in and out.
Yeah.
Because that's really hard to follow.
Yep.
Maury, how are you doing?
Not bad. I would say it was not a very productive day. We had a major outage, so I did a lot of solitaire playing.
All by yourself?
Don't you usually have someone helping? Wait, is that what you're trying to say? You usually have to have help.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty bad. That's
you.
too slam. We need to encourage Maury.
I worked on it.
You're the best.
Yeah, I did not shower today, so I'm wearing a hat.
All right.
How's my hair?
We are not sponsored by Ford.
But if you'd like to, it's Johnny at compassdenver.com. All right.
There you go.
But you're looking good. You're looking fantastic. The diet thing's going well.
It is a lot of interesting things. Like I was telling you, I took a sip of a soda, and it was nasty. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't stand it.
You've been without sugar for so long.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way. It's just not good anymore.
Oh, it's nasty.
That's good, though.
It's kind of cool.
Makes
good for
fruit
you.
taste better. For sure.
It does. Morgan had a pizza from Papa Murphy's. It was the Cowboy, which is a really good one, which we're not sponsored by Papa Murphy's.
But if you'd like to go, it's Johnny at compassdenver.com. Right.
So I had Julie cut me a very thin slice, and it was almost like eating cake. The dough was like cake because there's actual sugar in it. So it's kind of interesting. My pizza that I had eaten that night had a cauliflower crust, which is wonderful. I love it.
Not bad. Not bad stuff.
Good stuff.
They are pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
Against the Grain's another good, decent one.
Against the grain.
I think it's cheese-based.
Tracy?
We're going to try a pizza crust recipe. It's almond flours and the gum.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
So
Did Leona send that one that she had?
No.
Oh, that girl.
Yeah, right.
Hey, this is the reminder when you're watching this. Make sure to send the pizza recipe. Pizza crust.
Pizza crust.
And if it works, let me know, because I'd be interested.
Sorry.
It's kind of like Bill and Ted when they say the reminder to themselves.
Yeah.
Get the what?
There's also a keto. It's a French fries. But there's no potato in it. But it's supposed to be very similar to
This is
the
strange food stuffs we're talking about.
So I need to first voice my displeasure with you, Johnny.
Okay, all right.
So
Well, this is probably the perfect place to
though I'm excited that not only did you use the whiteboard, but you used both sides. I think it would have been a little more epic if you would have flipped it.
Well,
I'm just saying you should have done the.
But you weren't there, so I
I
wasn't
know.
going to do that. Man. I already
okay,
felt
so you're
bad
saying
enough.
that.
I even called you out on it. I said,
I know,
it's a
yeah.
shame Tracy wasn't.
It,
I know.
it would have knocked everything off the shelves. Leona would have been
great. It would
screaming.
Honestly, I was. It's inside joke night on the. Okay, it'll take too long to explain that, so we'll just move forward.
Okay,
if you're
so-
curious about that, just ask in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It was a long weekend. Went to Washington to pack up the mother-in-law and bring her back here to Colorado, and driving the moving truck the whole way. I do want to share just one little bit of that very, very long story. And that was the stop in Idaho. I stopped for gas in Idaho, filled up with gas, parked the truck, went into this. It was like a country store restaurant with the gas station there, and I kind of wish I remember the name of it now, but I got the receipt. Anyway, I walk in there with my mask on, and the two clerks didn't have the mask on. The guy sitting at the table didn't have the mask on. The lady back at the counter, the kitchen counter, didn't have the mask on. I'm like, I don't have to wear a mask here? And they're like, no. I'm like, I'm moving here. This is the best place on earth.
Midland, Kansas. Same thing.
Same thing?
Yep.
Well, I think this was a town
Idaho
called
sounds better.
Rupert. I think it was Rupert, Idaho. So I wanted to eat, and like Morey, I'm also on a special diet. It's the keto diet. And I was wanting to do my best to not cheat on my keto diet for this trip. So this is dinner. And I wanted, the nice old lady showed me the menu, and I said, eggs. You know what? I want a couple of eggs, over easy, and an order of bacon. She's like, full order of bacon or half order of bacon? I'm like, what's the full order? It's 4 pieces. I'll take the full order. Of course. And she said, by the way, the eggs were huge. The bacon was nice and thick, and I'm pretty sure I got 6 pieces.
Hey!
But after I ordered, she said, that'll be $5.
Okay, sorry, where's this town again?
Right?
We're all moving.
This is like home cooking here, right? And it was a wonderful eggs and bacon, wonderful meal that if you went to IHOP and ordered, 4 slices of bacon.
Yeah, $20.
And
right,
and a couple of
yeah.
eggs, it'd be 20. Right.
And it would not be good.
Yeah. This was good stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, that was probably one of the highlights of the trip right there. That and getting home.
And so you didn't...
You didn't leave a tip or nothing?
No. Yeah. No. What I already felt bad, asking for the military discount.
I thought you were going to forget this punchline. You told us this story earlier.
So, Johnny, I am so tired.
$5.
Thank you for the reminder because I totally forgot the punchline. It's all true story.
I almost
true
didn't ask
story.
for the military discount.
Kathy, and please keep us in your prayers. Kathy and I are in for a bit of an adjustment here. My mother-in-law, Carol, does have dementia, and it's a very, very hard transition for her, which means there's no sleep, mostly for Kathy. That poor girl, she left the room last night and slept on the floor in the loft area, just in case her mom kept coming, because she kept coming out of the room wondering where she was, right? So, man, I was like, my heart broke.
Yeah.
I got up and she was just there.
Well, anything we can do, man, let us know. I mean, I don't know what.
Locks for the door. No.
New locks.
We're not going to put locks on the doors.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of paranoia there and everything that goes with that condition. But we're going to do our best to make her as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, awesome.
Until we can find her a permanent place to stay. So
Maybe we can
Awesome.
help a little. We'll talk about that.
So all right.
Yeah, that's true. And also, there's another family right now we are helping. Melissa's, I meant to mention it Sunday. I completely forgot. But yeah, there's a family that we are helping as a church informally, but also as a church together. We're doing. So if you'd like to give in any way for a family, you can do that. So anyway, contact Melissa. She's the point person on that.
Love to. I am broke. This trip was pretty sudden and it was very expensive.
Yeah.
So we'll do our best though.
No. It's just that was for everyone.
God has, I've mentioned before how God's blessed us financially, my family specifically, and we've been saving for a good while, and then just bam, 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 things about 3 things right after the other came up, and kind of drained us.
But it was there.
But I thank God
Yeah, it was there, sure.
for all of that being there, so I didn't have to borrow anything.
Stored up the grain for the drought.
Yeah, stored up the grain. I like that,
For
brother.
such a time.
Thank
For
you.
such a time, yes.
So,
My problem is I always think about the other version of that when Jesus is talking about the guy who
Don't
was
store up all the...
stored up.
Oh,
I got a bumper crop. I'm going to build more silos. Bam, he's dead.
yeah.
That's right.
Tonight,
Eat,
just-
drink, be merry, for tomorrow you die. Wait.
No, it was the good one. Store up.
Well, all right. Well, I have had, pretty typical Monday, except, oh, by the way, glad you're home safely.
Yes.
Made it through that drive. I would have mentioned that before I moved on. But anywho, yeah, but then I had a little bit of time. I was going to go do a little bit of my Christmas shopping. So, yeah, there's still a little I haven't done. So I'm going to get this little thing for my wife, right? And I've already talked to her about this scenario, but I don't know what they do. I think they climb to the top of the highest mountain and harvest the feather of a bizarre bird, and then take that and run it through a very expensive process, and then extract from that what we call perfume. And that's why it's so expensive. So, yeah.
No, that's not perfume, Johnny. That's parfumé.
C'est parfumé.
It's parfumé.
C'est parfum. Right, so I go.
Oh, the toilet.
Yeah, I'm looking for some of that eau de toilet. Well, anywho, so
Money from your toilet?
yeah, money from the toilet.
Sure.
So so I go for this particular perfume. We thought we've discovered. It's like, oh, I kind of like that because most perfumes they kill me. And just to find something she likes, I like too. And again, she could wear it and I not like it. Go be somewhere else. But no, just kidding. But so anyway, so I go to the place where it's supposed to have it. They didn't have it, which was a big surprise. But then they told me where they could. It was at the mall, which I had just come from. And so I went, oh man, okay, well I'll go back. I'll go look over there. I go to the mall, and there's this lady. I go in one. I kind of check the price, and okay, let me check across over at Macy's, and let's just see. And the lady, oh man, she was just one of those. How can I help you? Can I help you? Yeah. I'm looking for this perfume. Yeah, we have it right over here. And she starts going through, and I say, well, is it this particular one? And she's like, I don't think that. Anyway, it turns out the one I thought it was doesn't exist. So that's why I couldn't find it. But then she starts trying. I said, well, we had this sort of sampler, and but let's just see. So she starts with the spraying. You might can still smell it on me. I don't know. Go ahead.
I either have COVID or it's gone away.
Hands me a card. Here, smell this one. Well, I'm like, okay. I have my mask. I pull my mask off. And, oh, whoa,
No,
that's
not
not.
it.
I'm not putting it back on. But that is not. Then she's already handing me another card. It turns out there are 7 versions of this.
Wow.
And I'm trying to find one. I'm trying to, kind of clear the nose palate after each one.
Sniffing your
Yeah, it's like, okay, hang on just a second. I'll clear the palate. And she's handing me a card, and I'm taking. I had like 5 cards in my hand. I could throw them away. I started to put them in my pocket. I didn't know what to do. So it's the cross.
Sir, you're going to have to pay for those.
Oh my soul!
Did you find it?
In the end, I think we kind of figured it out. But here's the thing. So we're talking about. She says. She finally goes. She goes. Now, what kind of tester thing did you have sample? So yes, the kind where you kind of rip it on one side and you rip the other and kind of smell. She's like, oh well, those never smell exactly like the perfume. I'm like, they don't smell like the perfume. Because I smell. I'm like, man, that smells nothing like. He goes, it mixes with the paper and the glue, and then it fades. And I said, well, so what's the point of finding a scent you like and then come in to find out the scent's totally different? She goes, oh, that gets you in here. That's why you're here today. And I'm like, that's why I'm not buying anything today.
See you later.
Especially, and it was like a lot more expensive even than I thought. But anyway, but if you guys, after Christmas, you guys notice that Leona smells differently,
We will say
say something nice,
We will.
would you?
We will.
Because I had to sell the car to get this. No, I'm just
I don't want to break your heart, but I don't really smell your wife.
Good. I'm talking about she enters the room and it's not overwhelming.
She just comes
Yeah,
in.
if you're coming up nuzzling up,
Yeah, I'm not going to nuzzle her.
we'll be talking differently later. But yeah, don't do that.
She's going to look at us all funny.
No
You
extra.
smell great.
No extra.
You smell great. You smell great.
Boy, you
What's
smell
going on
good.
here?
You smell, and I'll say, you smell like $1 million. There you go.
Well, Julie informed me today that the package of part of her gift that I'm giving her that for Christmas arrived.
Oh dear.
He's like, oh, good, because I had a hard time shopping for that.
That's right.
All right. Well, okay. Well, we really chit-chatted tonight.
We
haven't
did.
Okay.
No,
Some
that's
catching
good.
up going on.
That's
Everybody's in and out of town.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to talk about before our time runs out?
How's Matt doing in the family?
Yes.
Oh, can't talk about that publicly?
Okay.
Sorry,
Then
guys.
Never
Sorry.
mind.
May have to edit that out. Tell you later.
Okay.
But all to say,
Okay.
that'll just do it.
Very good.
Yeah.
So whiteboard, both sides. I was impressed.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
right. Yeah,
Except
we
for
will talk about
you didn't flip it.
Oh, what I was going to say about that is that I was watching the time because I knew how much stuff I had to get through. And if I had to stop and mess with the little thing, remember that time we did it?
Oh,
and it was like, it would have been very exciting, but I would have gone really long. So maybe next time. We'll see.
It's okay.
We are going to have to work on the microphone.
Yeah, it's still not working
Do something
right.
there.
Yeah.
And it's not working. Was there any buzz this time?
At the end, it came in.
I've never heard
I think
of
it's a bad cord.
Maybe.
It could be a bad cord. I don't know. The mic is not working.
Why don't we do base camp here next time, and we'll just use this and have a cajon and
I love
a guitar
that.
as well.
That'll be the last Sunday of the year. And that'll be a nice chance because we want to start doing that anyway.
Yeah.
A little bit. So.
Okay.
I also have I have a list of those kinds of technical things
Yeah.
for making, that might fix that bass, that problem, that mic problem.
Awesome.
I was going to run by you guys, but that's for a later conversation.
Okay.
At another time.
Question 9.
Question 9.
Temptation.
Temptation.
How are you dealing with?
No.
No.
Oh man, it's.
Oh.
I
Guys are all
missed,
so
I missed it this
tired.
week, so I'm going like 2 weeks ago. It's are you? Am I consistently avoiding temptation?
So
Oh,
close.
that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Not avoiding.
We can't avoid temptation.
Oh, true.
You can't some.
Consistently. Consistently. It's not defeating.
First, second, it sounds like.
Nose
Dealing.
Sounds like nose
Dealing? Was it dealing?
Nose earring. Dealing.
Overcoming.
Overcoming.
There it is.
Thank you.
That's it. That's it. Yes. Consistently.
Am I consistently overcoming
Temptation.
Yes. And consistency is really important. So.
Yeah. When you're on a diet,
Yeah.
you are like consistently overcoming temptation, right?
Consistently.
That's true.
I mean,
It is a
very
beautiful
consistently.
illustration.
Yeah.
For sure.
It
So-
is, and it's tough.
So, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I did not.
It must have been a
silence-
good point.
I did not say. That's right. I know.
Angelic chorus.
I know when we talk about temptation and overcoming temptation, we're talking about sin.
Yeah. Of course.
I understand that, but I also think that exercising overcoming temptation on lesser levels helps bolster that ability on a
Absolutely.
on a brain level too.
Well, that kind of thing expresses in your life, it's fleshing out the fruit of the spirit of self-control
yeah,
as
there you
well.
go.
So,
That's right.
and of course, the more self-control you are getting, the more spirit-controlled you are, the more self-controlled you become. And so even in matters of things like, that is a thing, you set a goal, and it's a godly goal, it's a good goal, be healthy, and sticking to that, it's a beautiful illustration of some of those other things too.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
why fasting is so important.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about fasting up to this point.
The
So.
last time I tried to spiritually fast, I had to write a paper, so I had to break the fast. My head was just like fogged out until I actually ate something. But yeah, the more you fast, just as a habit, the easier it is to like let that habit flow over in other parts of your life.
Interesting, because we haven't talked about fasting in any way. It's a spiritual discipline of setting something aside. Most of the time, it has to do with food, not for just being on a diet or anything like that.
Right.
It's not some super overly spiritual thing. There are definitely specific ways to fast in a godly way, and it's for a specific period of time for the purpose of saying, God, I want to be so connected to you. I need to reorient my life to you. That I care about it more than anything else, particularly this one thing I'm setting aside.
Yeah.
And then every time, like when there's hunger, if it's a hunger thing, you have a hunger pain. It's like an alarm bell that you've set to pray. But
Catholics call that Lent,
that's just once.
That's the
That's just once a year.
but only once a year.
Yeah,
But
anyway,
anyway, we're not
completely
talking
different
about
thing.
Yeah, it's not what we were talking about Sunday, but
No.
For our
But it is-
spiritual growth question, it is more about the temptation of sin.
just
that
getting
sin
off
brings.
course is how I
Yeah.
would say it too. To get off, it's like if you're going to pursue Jesus with all of your heart,
Yep.
just getting a little bit off course is a temptation to sin.
You know, there's another good illustration about that getting off course just a little bit. Because if rocket scientists try to send something to another planetary body, the moon, for example, and their calculations are off by just the tiniest fraction of a degree, they can end up way over here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And
Instead of where they really want to go. Huh?
And you don't notice it right at first.
Yeah, I know, because it's so tiny. But over the long run, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, there was I think it might have been a Mars mission or something. They totally missed the planet. And they realized some measurement was supposed to be like in centimeters, but it was in inches.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So interpretation is also very important.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah,
You
but
don't send anything into space that's not on the metrics. It uses inches in space.
It was like some ancillary part or something. It was just something crazy. And totally millions of dollars.
Oh, my goodness.
the great thing is there are tools. I mean, God didn't just say, "Hey, you're going to be tempted. Good luck."
Yeah, that's true.
True
He
story.
said there's some tools that we can use along the way, and you broke some of those out.
Yeah.
You broke it down into some different groupings, some defense,
And
some offense,
And then the part that we'll get to next time.
and the part we'll get to next time, which will
So we
be-
didn't wrap
Was
it
that
up.
the backup plan?
The backup
Backup.
plan.
Backup
Yeah.
plan, yeah. That's what we get to.
It's one of the most important facets of a battle plan for dealing with temptation. So it's a great way to end the year. So
I think it's
I
great.
had hopes, plans, but I just thought, why am I forcing this so hard? This is mostly in my head, a barrier. We got to wrap it up by the end of the year.
I was
Yeah.
talking to Julie. We were talking about it after we were talking about being tempted and the run portion of that, and how in Scripture that's mostly around for the young men around sexual
Yeah.
sin, and especially for young men. Yeah, you're tempted on a regular basis, and your option is to run.
Yeah, and the shocker is the same for old men too.
To a little bit lesser extent.
Hobble away as
Who
much
was
as
it that said the older you get, the more good-looking women there are?
Well, there is that.
exactly right. We can't wait. What's going on here?
Yeah.
No, but that is so true. I mean, you don't stand and fight. It was an eye-opening thing. I had a class in college, actually, my earliest degree, and that was the topic was that so many times people focus on the sin that they've been having so much trouble with, and one of the best things you can do is actually, like they would pray, God help me not to lust, and in the whole process they're replaying in their head all the lust that they're trying to get out of their head, and it's kind of like if I say to you, whatever you do not think about the number 7.
Right.
Don't think about 7. We're not thinking about 7.
I'm not thinking about 7,
7
okay?
is not while we're. It's like you can't help but think of 7. So instead, you do pray about that, but then you, just in the same way it says run, and instead pursue.
Right, yes.
Immediately
instead.
redirect.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
part of what actually we'll be talking about.
That's correct.
In that backup
backup
plan. But, yeah.
One
So
of
you
the
juke this in.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I think in basketball
Quick fire.
terms, yeah.
Pivot.
So there was a kind of a gut check, but a very good point on the offense end of things, and that was Scripture. No
Yes.
Scripture. So the gut check, because you said, we did our memorization last summer and everything,
I know our
and
church well.
I'm like, and you said probably don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember what I memorized.
Yeah.
I remember where it is, but I haven't, returned to it. But the beautiful illustration there, obviously, is the fact that Jesus himself used that offensive
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
strategy right there.
Sure did. And it knocked Satan back every time.
You know what, Satan? Here's something that was written down. Let me tell you about it.
And the crazy thing is, Satan would mix a little bit. He would like half quote something,
Yeah.
So it wasn't a full.
yeah.
And Jesus knew that also, and he was able to, quote either the full thing or the follow-up that puts in perspective.
And then the funny thing is he uses one of the books that nobody likes reading, Deuteronomy.
Oh, that's right. It is.
I didn't go there. I didn't have time. Like that's a very good point.
The devil's good at misleading and tempting anyway. I mean,
That's
all the way
true.
back from the beginning. Did he really say you
Yeah.
can't eat everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You know?
The book of Deuteronomy's got some huge gems in there.
Yeah.
Just like the beginning of it is a great history from Moses going, knew you guys would do this, and this is what you did. In essence.
Yeah, it is kind of like
original Brood of Vipers thing.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh, and I wanted to mention this too. That, and again, it's a bummer you weren't there because I actually did something else that was a first in the Bible plan this week. Not the Bible plan, but the event.
An image.
That's right.
I didn't.
It had pictures. There was a picture and there was a link.
What a cool story.
Whatever reason, I can't find. If I don't get to it the day of, I can't.
That's
get
'cause
to
it's
it
gone.
later.
Yeah. Is
Here's
there
how you
a-
get to it. I'll tell you right now how you get to it. You go to our website and you go to the watch page. And those links are still there. So the
Okay.
direct link to the event is still live.
Okay.
It's just they take it off of the because when you go into events on the Bible app, it's looking for the most current ones based on the time that was put in and when it was supposed to have happened.
Got it.
So the idea is that you're live for that, but the link is still available. And I link to it for most of those now. I don't know if it goes back all the way, but for the past several months, there's usually a link. So that's how you find it.
Awesome.
And then once you have it open, then you can save it. So if you want to.
That is such a cool thing, though. How
Oh, the Bible app.
doing
Yeah.
the Bible app and being able to do that. Now, I was so happy. I actually ran the broadcast from my TV this time, so I did some.
Nice.
Yeah, so I didn't even involve my phone,
Cool.
which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I was pretty happy.
Anyway, yeah, I had known that I could insert a picture, but I thought, that's a perfect time. So when I was talking about the help deal, there's a picture of the guy.
Oh,
That's the actual.
I'll have to go to the website and check that out.
Yeah, I mean it's not that exciting, but it was just kind of fun. in the flow of the Bible event, you could see the image I was talking about.
That's awesome.
I got to say, there's been times, with the kids and stuff, where they're going through things or we're going through things and I have no clue what to do and help. It's the only thing I can just mutter, help. Because I have no idea what to even ask.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But God knows. So
It's
help
used.
it's a wonderful,
Yeah. I mean, I use it
wonderful prayer.
and say that a lot. I know I say it a lot, and it does sound very simple, but it's so powerful and so profound because what you do when you're in the middle of a tempting situation, it's an immediate thing you can do.
Yeah.
I don't feel like praying. I feel like doing this sin. I don't. But you can go in the back of your head, just the slightest thing, just go, God help, just help. And sometimes I have prayed just that.
It's your
Just
lifeline.
help.
And you will.
Or it's the hint button in that little phone game that you're playing and you're stuck on a word and you're like, hint. It's help. Help. It's help.
Well, you're accessing the power God's made available to us, and you're also you're enacting something. That is a it's a mind changer, right? And so we're transformed by the renewing of our minds, as Romans 12 tells us. And so you're making a change of mind, and that is the beginning. It's like a foothold and a handhold to kind of move, but that goes hand in hand with the very next part of that, which is to look for the escape. So it's a quick help, look for the escape, and that escape is never what you might think. It might not be a shaft of light that somebody goes, oh, there's an exit sign, right? It could be suddenly a memory. It could be you could hear a bird suddenly. It could be a phone. I've had literally a phone call suddenly happen seconds after I was tempted to do something I shouldn't do. God help. And it just sort of redirects your brain, and then you kind of
It's a
come to your
distraction,
your senses and
Yeah.
go, "What am I doing?" And you can get out of there.
Right.
So that's why it's so powerful. It's this Interestingly, deceptively. I was doing it earlier. Deceptively
You gotta
simple.
stop that. I'm exhausted.
Well, all right. But anyway,
Sorry.
Well, you know why God gives us all those tools, right?
why is that, Morey?
Because God loved the world so much that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have eternal life.
Why, that's John 3:16.
That's John 3:16, yeah. Read it.
Thank you, Morey. So true. So right. God so loved that he gave.
That's right.
Think of that.
That's
Getting close to Christmas.
And we're gonna get to see the Star of Bethlehem, right?
Maybe.
The conjunction of
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
the
right.
planets that hadn't happened in so long. So
Since about 1268, I think it was.
I was actually there. So for the largest part of the drive, I had earbuds and I was listening to music of it. They get, because my ears messed up, it starts hurting. So I was listening to some talk radio. It was the only thing that happened to come in. It was a Catholic radio station, and they were talking about somebody that had just recently written a paper on the birth of Jesus and when it was, and how it was actually in December, and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of funny. But they brought up the conjunction, of the planet of Saturn and Jupiter, and how it creates a way to navigate,
Sure.
on a very seldom occurring basis, and it happened to coincide with that, and it's like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Maybe.
Earbuds.
Maybe, but again, it's like the miracles.
Who
I
knows?
don't know.
Do they take censuses in the winter there?
Inside?
Did they do the census in the winter? Census. Isn't that?
That's your martial art.
Yes,
No, that's insane.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness.
See, now that you have a master at the table, you can just call me Sensei.
Yes, sensei.
Two masters of the day.
Yes, master.
You're more mastered up than I am.
And
Yes, masters.
it just happened earlier.
They're the Jedi masters,
Yeah.
and we're Grogu. Spoilers.
Oh, sorry.
Fortunately, I've gotten up to that episode, so past that episode.
Oh, that's funny. We were just talking about old degrees. Now, and fresh new ones from Bob.
Yeah.
Well, anywho,
I use degree every day. Right here.
like I said,
I mean, we're not sponsored by Degree.
but if you'd like to be, it's Johnny at compassdenver.com.
That's right.
Well, all right.
I'll put the stick right there on the table.
Product placement.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When the podcast is boiled down to deodorant talk, I think we're done.
We're done.
Probably. Is that thing still ticking?
Does that
Because
mean it's
we are
starting?
overtime.
Does it mean it's starting to stink?
I was going to say it's supposed to stop this thing. It started.
I don't know. I can't see how many minutes are left in it, but I'm pretty sure it's single digits.
All right. Well, we probably need to wrap up.
Yeah,
Before, is there anything else about yesterday that you were part of that you wanted to mention or talk about?
No, looking forward to
The backup plan.
the backup plan.
Yes, and there's some very, very, very practical things in yesterday. Yesterday, man, that seems like forever. Yesterday's message, yeah.
Mhm.
So go back and check a look. And if you don't want to listen to the whole thing, you just fast forward and screenshot the board.
That's funny.
For the
For the tips.
Or just put it in the comments and he'll send
Yeah,
it to you.
that's true.
He took some pictures.
I did at the end. Did you hang in to the very end?
I did.
Yeah, I've started taking it. Once everybody's gone, everybody's gone, I take the thing off the thing and it falls.
Yeah, I saw the ornaments.
And then I walk over to the ornaments on the tree and point out one or two. And then remind everybody.
I was trying to figure out that one that you
You
said
got-
has
you
been
got
on there
that.
for a long time, or that you've had when you were a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
It's a
Is it
bell.
a bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a few. I have about 4 or 5 that were on the tree my family had when I was growing up, a little kid.
I got to do that this weekend, I think.
Put a bell on a tree.
No, put the tree up.
Procrastinator, eh?
He just doesn't like
Yeah,
it.
that's another story.
Yeah. I understood.
His
Yeah.
middle name is Ebenezer. So, Bob Ebenezer.
Second
So
middle
we've
name is
raised an
Grinch.
Ebenezer.
Grinch.
We shall raise
Ebenezer
Ebenezer. We're going to start singing Jingle Bells or something to you.
Oh, man. It's going to stop.
We got to get this done. All right. So anyway, hey, you're welcome to join us every Sunday at 10 o'clock at Facebook. On Facebook. It's at Compass Church on the interwebs. The inner tubes. Yeah. Compass Church, Colorado. Or you can go to compassdenver.com to discover more. We'd love to have you as our guest this Sunday. All right. Final words.
Love you guys and love everybody out there.
Love you guys. Likewise, and I'm kind of Scroogey, but like Christmas anyway.
Peace, y'all.
Grace and peace. That's all we have for tonight, and we are out. Bang.